defensive and his root. He just has a lot of kit for locking down those mobile carries.
I feel like if you're looking at bot, you know, part of the engage taken away with the Nautilus and Fearless as well, you are limiting KC's options, but thinking about maybe disengage, since we are seeing some big pick / dive tools that we already talked about. So for KC, Targamas is going to lock in Renata. Interesting draft.
I like things on both sides.
Yep, tell me. So early into the series, that's what I said last game. They pulled out an interesting draft. They do it again, and we're going to start with a pause. Oh, yeah! Fnatic, not even hit. Kalist didn't respond, though, so I think that's the true risk, you know? That's when you really stand your ground and go, I know. You know, I know. Wow. We'll update you if there's any call and response between AD carries.
Any further, co-caster has gone.
If it was the wrong thing to say, Betty, you've now committed. You've said it too.
You remind me so much of like a dad trying to be cool with his kids.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Listen, we're millennials. We don't use words like Riz.
I am millennial. I was born in '95. I'm a millennial.
That's what I'm saying. We're millennials.
Oh, I thought you said,
we don't use language like
we
Riz.
Millennials, like you and some other people.
No, we. You know what I mean? We say,
yes, we.
Our words, we say that was sick. You know what I mean? That was our type of...
I used to say fully sick, yeah.
Yeah, as much as possible. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, it's a similar situation. Kana is very cooldown gated within the early levels. So even if you know that you can skirmish later on, just the simple range advantage, the passive, you can just see how easy it is for Mirwin to sidestep. Now, Yike looking for a gank early in the mid lane.
Very early. Seismic Shove connects onto Vladdy. There might be a 1-for-1. Jojo already flashes out of the way, and he wants that Akali. Just out of his grasp as he's now level 3, but flashes down.
A nice gank from Yike. Much needed, I would say. Hook will connect from Alvaro.
Oh, and Kalist took damage under turret, or rather dished it out. So his flash and barrier were just taken away.
Beautiful hook there from Alvaro. Given that KC were trying to harass underneath the tower, he's able to punish. Talked about the flashless AD carry. Hook will connect.
Alvaro rides the wall. Kalist is in trouble. Remember, no summon is available. Targamas helps out with a small shield, but Elyoya can be hand shook and taken back. All they can do is send out some damage. But for Koi, they're going to wave to push in and a low health Ash.
It's a valuable play still from Elyoya, simply due to the fact that they delay the recalls from Kalist and Targamas.
Yep.
They have time to push out this bot wave. They actually keep them around in the bot lane, which means that Super can get a nice back off. And even
post-analyst.
Wow, very generous of you.
Jeez, Betty.
I feel like you can also do all of those things.
I don't know, bro. I've never rapped in my... I did rap back you once.
That was fun.
And, you know, I got better. I got 100% better in the second one, but we didn't get past that. Rapping is hard. Now, you have to think. That's the problem, you know.
Objectives being traded across the map. And as our teams do this, I want to remind people of how these teams... Ooh, I might not have time for that, as KC have set their sights onto Jojo.
And there's a flash handshake. It's not going to connect, though, from Targamas. He still gets some damage across the autos. Important as Vladdy sets up with a perfect execution and a perfect balance for first blood. Flash over the wall. Outro's getting out of there because Jojo's now dead.
The return on the gank investment from earlier paying off as Vladdy secures a kill onto Jojo. Largely a solo kill, given that Targamas wasn't able to connect the handshake. Advantages in the isolated 1v1 is where a lot of the gold lead is sitting in favor of Koi, but the rest of the map largely going in favor of KC.
Well, painful Ash play as you once again remind yourself that that E has no mana and sets up the fact that, well, Yike's probably going to be coming bot sometime soon, right? Or excuse me, rather, Elyoya. Yike is hovering. Elyoya's coming for a dangerous path. Jojo's coming over a ward as well. They know a gank's happening, but Targamas is almost dead before the play starts. Arrow at melee range won't get much of a stun as MKOI there in front of Kalist, who flashes away, Seismic shoved down, and even though he'll be bailed out, there's no reset on the horizon. Yike has to abandon the play, and Koi find the double that they sought after. Is it going to be a kill, though? It's just Mirwin getting out with an ult for off.
The exchange of ultimates between the two top laners as Vladdy picks up a plate during the aftermath.
Oh, God hasn't really gone anywhere off the back of it. I mean, 500 in the lead.
Vladdy.
Kills are important, as you said, as Vladdy's going to set up for one of his own onto Kana and Mirwin. Getting involved in their lane. Shuriken Flip doesn't connect, but at least the damage does. Vladdy secures it. Kana gets out after taking the turret shot as well. Nice dive.
get the flash out from Meowin. A kill handed over to Vladdy, and this Akali is really starting to run away with it. Of course, the game is still in a very even state, but your AD carry starts to get a lot more afraid when the mid lane assassin starts to pick up these kills. Another plate can be funneled over to Vladdy. As KOI, though, they're not resting on their laurels, attacking the bot side of the map, making his way to go and catch the bot wave. Has the TP should any fight kick off. And it looks like, given the positioning of Elyoy, it's going to be a difficult contest. They're likely just going to set their sights on the dragon, which is going to be respawning shortly after. Pings have come down. I'm actually, the luxury of getting to see the chat is Casey is aware that the dragon is spawning.
That's good.
The question is, do they want to try and contest it?
Grubs are eventually going to be taken here, and that'll give Yike the time to start walking down, but dragon spawns now. That grub took a little bit longer than I expected, but eventually Yike is taking it as Elyo's already started this off with Jojo, and just a bit of vision from Khalif sees that KOI already on this at half HP.
They want to fight this. They have the Ash Arrow. All the ultis are up.
For the hostile takeover, the arrow, as you said, comes out, but the dragon is smoten down as Khalif is just yaunched on by Super and Jojo. He didn't even get a chance. The dive, the burst, the pick worked out nice for KOI. He's now running after more members of Targamas. Inner choke is going to be between worlds. He handshakes and says, no, I'll stay in this one. Flashing over the wall, escapes the turmoil from KOI as they find not only the objective, even though Elyoya dies, to get a trade kill.
Yeah, so there are pros and cons for both sides here. Of course, the big win for KOI is that they're able to secure the dragon. The downside...
What is it? I need to know, you know.
Well, I don't have an answer for you, I'm afraid. Okay. I wish I did, but I don't.
You'll create one, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm happy to buy into your leaf blower theory.
I just think someone's there, like, someone's going to be gardening. Kalist has got both B emotes, by the way, as KOI start up Herald. As we go through, and I'm sorry again to everyone who I've just, you know, the glass cracking. That's kind of how I see that one there. Dragon starts on bot side, but Jojo and Vladdy going to meet up for the time being. Seismic Shove connects and sets up for some good poke damage, but Vladdy's okay for now. Jojo tries to clear the wave, but that was mega clean from Vladdy. He's not going to take the Shuriken Flip back in. He takes his ulti out because more members of KOI are coming up. Yeah,
he wisely recognizes the collapse that's happening from KOI. And so he chooses to use his ultimate to create some space between him and his opposition.
Oh, yes.
But I don't think he's... Yeah, he can't really convert that into a tower. So again, the towers largely remain unseen. No sieging has really occurred in this game. Vladdy going to TP back to top lane, knowing that there's no real objective to play for. I was anticipating more of a skirmish. There's the Shadow Flame now completed for Vladdy. I love this item on Akali. It's a really nice spike, these two items.
Yeah.
Herald being dropped in mid. All right, will this be the first tower of the game falling? I think it should be. The anticipation is building.
Oh,
it is! Like Lord of the Rings, the entryway to Gondor falls.
You know, like catching crabs and lobsters and stuff. Atakan, oh, especially loud.
Midwinds on awards.
He's indeed. He's going to get spotted out. His hand shook, and now Glacial Fish it down into a prison. Mirwin is dead. In front of Atakan, good for KC.
Yeah, that's a massive pick. Easily opens up the Atakan. And the flowers going to be giving a massive experience advantage in favor of KC. KOI not really in a position to contest this. They're not even going to try. They'll look to cross-map. They push in mid-wave. They can consider stealing away the blue buff. Looks like that's going to be the game plan for now. Oh, actually, maybe they're looking for a play onto Kana. He's out of position here.
It's a nice ulti from Kana, though, to get out before he gets in. And now, with Lacerate, he gets some distance as Serix Gage comes in and try to get him under Tara, but no cigar. Super has to ulti in, but Kana's still healthy enough. Q's out. He's going to get bailed out, but still dead. And we're going to make sure of that one. Well, KOI's die eventually works out, but KC on the run. Teleport defensively. KOI going to have 5 members. KC still thinking about it. Can we? Can't we? Betty, what do you think?
I think that it's a very difficult play to force. In fact, KC may be the ones overextending.
Maybe they are. Vladdy's the first port of engage. He's seismic shoved. He's kept in place. He's bailed out, but no execution. Yike as well. As Quiet punished the over-aggression. KC thought, oh yeah, we'll give it a crack, but you're not Dagda. Indeed, KC falling at the whim, blown apart. A massive mistake from our first stand finalist.
It's an ace for KOI. Just like that, they've blown the game wide open. It felt like a after getting that leads, Dragon is available, easy to pick up for themselves.
And another pick potentially. Vladdy just flashes away. He's got that ulti. Sure can flip always. Arrow flies through. KC have started this Dragon, but they cannot complete it. KOI are in position. And with a 3.5k gold lead after that massive ace, after those picks that launch them into control in this game, they are not letting this go. They want to fight once again, and Alvaro sets it up with a dredge line. Vladdy's coming from a flank, but Targamas is burning the midnight oil. Down and down he'll go with Super. Finds Kalista in backline. The international lady carries no more, and Super reigns again. He finds his target, and now for KC, they'll find nothing but Kaufman with nail, and Yike, the final one through the heart of it all, will drop as well.
Alvaro has landed so many crucial hooks in this game, and he finds another one onto Targamas. The ulti had not come off cooldown yet, which means that with no ulti available, he converts it into a nice pick. The fight becomes very scattered.
Jojo looks for a bit of earth onto Vladdy, pokes him out. Yike still trying to play it sneaky. I see you! Dredge line not going to connect though. Yike is just going to walk this out for now, but Jojo, all he needs is a seismic shove, set down the rocks, and ulti set out from Yike to survive, but he's dead in an instant. Dredge line not going to connect, and Super gets that kill. Yike tried to play, but he got outplayed.
That should be an easy Baron. No jungler available for KC. KOI looking to bring us to a game 3. They were able to do this against G2 yesterday, but they found their footing here in game 2. And now they've taken firm control. Baron is going to be uncontested, I feel.
Yep.
No smite, no stealing options. A tower, I should say, on the other side. And now they've set their sights onto Vladdy.
They have indeed. He tried to just get deep in the way. I'm not sure what he's doing here, in fact. His depth charge will make it an easy connection. Seismic shove makes it a bounce house. And all in all, Vladdy just gets erupted by Jojo. You can see in bot, Kana at least getting pushed in the sideways. His objective bounties are available. But Yike, as he tries to drag midway, is playing with fire himself. He runs into Mew, and I'm not sure if he knew he was in there, but Arrow buys him some time, and Yike is going to run for his life. But yes, he is indeed dead. Baron is up, and that's going to be a freebie. It wasn't already.
That was very questionable. All right, well, the outcome of that is that will be an uncontested Baron for KOI. I guess you can say that KC securing that bot tier 2 is at the very least something. But now with this Baron, that should be enough to allow for MKOI to begin their siege and look to try and end this game.
Surely 10k and Baron. Sure. That's enough of a lead. You got Majai's on Jojo. They just gotta spike the ball down. Been in air for whoever knows long. Nah.
However long.
However, who knows long. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
Words are hard. This is why I can't learn another language. I haven't even mastered the first one. That's what you get when you live upside down. Now.
Oh, they're going to get Dragon as well. All right.
Okay, why not? You know what? Yeah, get it. Let's have a fight. Well, I'd love a fight. No more passive League of Legends. Let's get it. All right, Mirwin on the flank, sees Kana, Kana sees Mirwin. That's done and dusted. 4v4 through the river as Vladdy finds an angle onto Super. Remember, they're 10k gold down, and Super shows it to Targamas. Jumping in, Vladdy does a good job, as Kana's ulti's not too bad itself, but maybe it is just a wallet dip in the end. It would look good if they were even, but KC way too far behind. All Hail Marys thrown out, and now game 3, we're well on the way.
Super just makes it so difficult for Vladdy to find any assassination attempt. The moment that Vladdy found the flank, Super dotted to the other side of the team fight, creating so much space between him and Vladdy, allowing him to get that kill onto Kalista. They lock down Vladdy, get the kill onto him, and they're looking to bring us to game 3.
And we're starting to get an answer. We ask, can fish climb walls? Well, if they are blue, they sure as well can try. We're going to a game 3 after one massive team fight. That was a slow burner, but KOI got the fight in them here. They try and get revenge for winter playoffs.